Okay, my phone may ring, so you may hear my phone ring, and obviously I'll pause this and then finish it if that happens. I have never heard of this singer, D4vd, if that's how it's pronounced. His real name's supposed real name, David Anthony Burke. He's arrested for an alleged murder, killing a 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Um, dead. I know dead equals 14. Let's go over here. This is from that Redman decode. I still got these numbers up. I know dead equals 14 in two ciphers right there. And here's dude's name. Wow. Look at that 55 right there. Because it's Redman's birthday. And good thing this is still up. Look, Redman equals 55. Let me make this bigger right there. Look, Redman 55. Now this guy gets arrested and it's trending on Redman's birthday and his stage name equals 55. Check that out right there. Okay? Right away, man. Back over here. He has songs called Romantic Homicide. Well, that's not good, right? Here With Me. And it looks like he's synced up with TikTok. Gained popularity on TikTok. Here With Me. Leading to a record deal with Interscope and Dark Room Records. His music often explores themes of heartbreak, love, relationship struggles. In 2025, he released the album Withered and announced a world tour. However, D4vd's name has also been associated with a darker story, I'm sure. And that kind of syncs up with Redman's birthday as well. As, you know, Satan equals 55, like Redman. And think about it, red, like devil, like Satan. Okay? And again, today is Redman's birthday. So this guy syncs up. And again, you see that 55 with his stage name, like Redman. I mean, they're talking about a darker story. You know, you may think of something like Satanism, possibly. Okay. And this stuff is all algorithm based, all of these stories. Right. And you know what? It is not a coincidence. His birthday was a few weeks ago. Look, March 28th was his birthday. So I'm speaking right now and it's April 17. Come on, man. March 28th is his birthday. Okay, let's Celeste Rivas Hernandez. I don't know how famous this singer is. I've never heard of him. I've never done a decode on him. Here's her name right here. Okay, and you know, I can just kind of scroll down. Check out her name in the reverse cipher 334, which is like 34. D4vd has that 34 right there. And this is just, I'm talking 4 base ciphers, ordinal, reduction. That's the reverse cipher with the alphabet. 334 is like 34, okay? Is there a picture? How did he kill her? Let's see. There she is right there, it looks like. Okay? So, suspicion of killing the 14-year-old, whose decomposed body was found 7 months ago in his apparently abandoned Tesla. So there's probably a Tesla connection also. Okay, so authorities, this is what the authorities said Thursday. His lawyers declared his innocence. Here he is. let me pull up an image. Oh, there's no image of him. Here he is right here. Here he is right here. I don't know what he's got in between his eyes right there. But there is kind of like a red overcast with the lighting there as well, as you see in the image there. You know, and again, this is Red Man's birthday. This guy's trending. Don't forget that. So and he's 21-year-old, born in Houston, an alternative pop singer. So homicide detectives arrested him. His legal name again is David Burke. Suspicion of murder in the investigation of the killing of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Police said investigators would present a case to prosecutors at the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office on Monday. So is that a guarantee that it's like with a gun or what? Let me the long dead body of Rivas Hernandez was found in a Tesla. Check this out. Wow, look at this right here. Her body was found in a Tesla towed from the Hollywood Hills. Check this out. 9/8, September 8th, the 9th month and the 8th day. And her name equals 98. Look at that. Her name equals the day her body was found. Look at that. On 9/8, her body was found when her name equals 98 in the language. This stuff, these stories are just pumped out by a computer. Okay? I hit record and I just prove this stuff daily. Okay? And even if it's happening, something's causing this to happen by a script. And that's terrible, isn't it? You know, you can go different routes with this, or you could just talk about the language, what's going on with the language and the 26 letters, what's going on with all the patterns, you know. So there's like 3 different routes you could go when talking about this. Not happening, completely fake, is happening by some code, which would be horrifying, or all of this stuff is just completely true. And then again, we talk about the language, the letters and numbers, spelling, spell casting, curses. You know, we used to write in cursive like curses. You know, the murder by numbers, synchronicity, the song and the album by the Police, Michael Jackson, easy as ABC, 1, 2, 3, all of that. You know, so what's it going to be, right? The 2023 Tesla model. Now check this out. 2023 is like 23, right? Again, her name also equals 233, which is like 33, or which is like 23, excuse me. It's slightly distracted because I'm waiting on an important phone call. So how many days? So let's see how many days after his birthday. Is that what we're doing here? Let's see. So let's go over here. So this was in 23, 9, 8, 2023. So is it going to be how many days before his birthday? 2024. No, we need to go the other way. So 3/28/23. The body found 9/8/23. So 164. Check this out right here. Look at that right there. His birthday is March 28th, and her body was found 23 weeks and 3 days later. And again, her name equals 233. Wow! Her name has 233, also like Redman's name. And this is trending on Redman's birthday. Wow, you get the 118 as well. Look at that. 233 trending on Redman's birthday. Reginald Noble is named. 233. You get the 118 as well. 2 out of 4 base cipher match. And then the character here, D4vd, her body found 23 weeks, 3 days after his birthday. Another 233. Look at that right there. Wow. That's incredible, man. So, Redman's the main character today. It's his birthday. So, I didn't even try to connect Redman here, but the numbers and everything is syncing up, and it shows you the pattern and how people are like kind of lumped together by this code. Wow, that's amazing. This is completely on the fly. Okay, this is completely on the fly. Let's see if we can play this, maybe.
Singer David has been arrested on suspicion of killing a 14-year-old girl whose
Hold on, his name's David, but it says D4vd, but it's David. Okay, I see that.
body was found in his apparently abandoned Tesla. Los Angeles police said the 21-year-old, whose legal name is David Burke, was detained in the investigation of the killing of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. The singer's attorneys have said their client is not guilty of the murder, adding, quote, "David has only been detained under suspicion. We will vigorously defend David's innocence." The body of Rivas Hernandez was found in a Tesla registered in the singer's name, which was
So it's David. But they use a 4. Kill equals 44 as well. And if it was a shooting equals 44 also. How did she die? Sorry, I don't know. If it's a homicide, does it necessarily mean with a gun? Does a homicide necessarily have to be with a gun? No. Oh, there it is. All right. So I had to handle that, and I guess it's not necessarily handled, but no, a homicide does not have to be committed with a gun. Homicide is broadly defined as the killing of one human being by another, which can be accomplished through various methods, including blunt force trauma. Man, I've been hearing that a lot lately with stories. And that's interesting because didn't that sync up over here? Was it with her name or something? That's amazing because blunt force trauma has that 98. Wow, that's amazing. Look at that. And that's the first thing they say other than with a gun, the killing of another human being. And again, there's that 98 with the character, right? So, wow. A few weeks after dude's birthday, I'm not seeing in the article, they said they found her body. They say they found her body. I'm not seeing any details, though, which is interesting. So his name is David, but it's D4vd is I guess a cool name to spell out David, I guess. Police investigators searching the Tesla in a tow yard found a cadaver bag covered with insects and a strong odor of decay, court documents said, and detectives partially unzipped the bag and observed a decomposed head and torso. Ouch. Investigators from the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's Office removed the bag and discovered the arms and legs have been severed from the body. According to court documents, a second black bag was found under the first, and the dismembered body parts were inside it. No cause of death has been publicly revealed. That's brutal. I wonder if there's some other footage or some other video. Let's see. Killing. So they said suspected. They said he's arrested. Let's. I don't want to play that 21 minute. Let's play this.
It can be
Oh
scary
my
to
god.
pursue your dream.
Freaking ads.
Wix website in one night. And
now to some breaking news. Singer David now considered a suspect in the death investigation of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. A source with knowledge of the investigation telling Eyewitness News the 14-year-old was found dead on September 8th in the trunk of a Tesla registered to the singer. After investigators found the remains, the LAPD executed a search warrant at a Hollywood Hills home where David had been staying. We still don't know how or when the teenager died. Sources are telling ABC News David is.
It's got to be some kind of like come up for him. Look how demonic that is. That looks like a ritual right there, doesn't it? That's a music video. That's the blindfold ritual that they always talk about, isn't that's what it looks like? Look at you got the candles. Right? You know what I'm saying? Check this out. In Masonic initiation rituals, a blindfold traditionally called a hoodwink is placed on candidates to represent their state of darkness. Okay? And they said that there's a darker meaning earlier. I think they said to his name or something like that. Look. Look at that. See? They said there's a darker meaning. I think they said to his name or his song or the theme of his music or whatever earlier. Okay? So look, you see it right there with the music video, man. So this has got to be kind of like a come up for the character, is what I'm thinking. Because never heard of him. You know what I mean? So I think I showed you enough proof there. This is OTF on the fly. He kind of reminds me of B.O.B. right there. A rapper. Uh, Singer David is arrested in the killing of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. I just showed you a lot of great connections. Let me know what you think. Until next time.